Rechristen number 3 at this show. You guys heard it first. All right, you're nodding your head like you're like, that's very good of information, John. I appreciate that. Awesome, you're invested. Cool, thanks for coming. All right, your next comedian, this guy, oh man, he's an amazing individual. He's wearing glasses tonight. He has his own little comedy club, you could say, and I'm glad to see him. Please welcome to the stage, William Wheeler, everybody. Woo!
Hey everyone. I'm having a great week because I saved 100% of my car insurance by not having it. Another thing you need to know is that I was in the Navy for 5 years on a submarine, and every time I leave somewhere in my car, I say the same thing every time I left somewhere out at sea. I say the same thing. Fuck, I might not come back from this trip. I understand I was a little dark, you know. I developed a dark sense of humor when I was in the Navy. Like, you know how many times I had this conversation? I was in a submarine. You know how many times I had this conversation while I was on watch for 8 hours at a time? Hey man, you know, we could solve world hunger if there was more Hannibal Lecters in the world. And you know, what's brilliant about that is that not only are you solving hunger with hunger, no one can get hungry if there's no one to get hungry. Okay, I'm gonna back off the dark humor a little bit. Sometimes Navy William makes too many civilian appearances, okay? And I feel the awkwardness because, you know, and like usually I brush it off, but sometimes the awkwardness is flipped around on me and I feel it, and then I usually have the reaction of a newborn baby, specifically a baby that had air blown in their face, so it kind of looks like this. I know what that looks like because I have 3 siblings and I did that to every single one of them. It wasn't uncommon in the Wheeler household to hear my dad yelling, "William, stop blowing your brother!" Fine, I'll blow my sister. But, yeah, incest is best, right? No, only in Alabama, not in New Mexico. Yeah. But no, like when you're in a submarine, like, this is the thing. When you're in a submarine training pretty much teaches you to be a Sith Lord, because we're angry, bitter, vindictive people. That's just what we are when we go out at sea. And, like, you just gotta focus your anger somehow. Like, have you ever been so angry you could stab someone with a stick of butter? No, so you don't get that. All right, let me put it this way. Have you ever been so angry you could stab someone with a water bottle? No. Let me put it this way. Have you ever been so angry you could hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker? Yeah. Dude. And you know, you can't just like hit someone when you're out at sea. You know, you have to plan it. You have to be meticulous. Do you think I really wanted to piss in my LPO's coffee maker? No. I wasn't born like this. Do you think I really wanted to cut my pubes up into tiny little pieces and put it into someone's chewing tobacco? No. No one wants to do these things. Do you think I really wanted to grab someone's clean sock, jerk off in it, fold it back up like it's clean again, and put it back in his rack? No! Normal people don't do these things. That's the tragic thing about war. People push you to your breaking point. You're forced to do these things. And that was my friend. It's horrible. But then I got out, you know. And what do you do after you're in the Navy on a submarine for 5 years? Of course, you go work in a funeral home. Mm-hmm. And then you get into comedy. And then when you're practicing your material at a funeral home, let me put it like this. This won't be the first time people don't laugh at my jokes. We'll just leave it at that. You know. All right. I'll say this. Like, obviously, you know, you're gonna practice your material, but then they're not gonna laugh, obviously, and then the family is horrified. But what was great about that job is that I got to drive around everywhere, and I like to listen to music. But I was always consider, after I pick someone up, they'd be laying in the back, and I'd turn around and say, "Hey, what do you want to listen to? Thrift Shop by Macklemore?" Crazy, I was going to say the same thing. I've also learned like now I sell solar panels, right? And I've learned that sales is a lot like stand-up comedy in that I get in my car, I drive to the show, I talk in front of some people for a while, I get back in my car, and then I cry for 15 minutes. And then my boss, he had us all in for a meeting, and he's like, hey guys, if you sell $1 million worth of product, I'll give you a watch. If you guys sell $5 million worth of product, I'll give you some jewelry. If you sell $10 million worth of product, I'll give you a car. And I raised my hand, I was like, if I sell $20 million worth of product, can I meet my dad? I'm glad you guys are laughing at that. My dad was not laughing at that. You're laughing, you're laughing, you're laughing. My dad was like, what the fuck? All right, guys, my name is William Wheeler. Have a good night.